Wait, did I just, like, kill myself? No, why is the game still going? I can't do it. I can't. You can't make me do it, dude. It's the bare minimum, but also just has, like, I'm gonna say unintentional racism. Over the years, I've played a lot of Mario Party, and I mean a lot. But because of that, I have learned the ins and outs of pretty much every Mario Party game in the entire franchise. That means the good and the bad. Oh, where's it gonna go? Ah! So much so that I was able to make an entire video documenting my journey through everything Mario Party has to offer just to find the absolute worst. But that got me thinking. How well do the worst Mario Party games stack up to their direct competition? Surely there exists a party game out there, maybe one you've never even heard of before, that could give even the best Mario Party game a run for its money. Well, I wanted to find out. So today we are embarking on a journey. I'm gonna be playing 19 different Mario Party clones, and I'm gonna be giving them a legitimate shot. They'll be going up against the Mario Party ladder, a gauntlet starting from the worst Mario Party games going all the way up to the best. If the non-Mario Party game is, in my own personal experience, more enjoyable to play than whatever the current comparison is, then we'll go ahead and move up the ladder, and we'll keep going until I either run out of games to play, or realize that maybe Mario Party itself is the bad one.
Wow, it's magical! Let's party!
The first game on the list was Disney's Party. Now, I actually had high hopes for this one because it was on one of my favorite video game consoles of all time, the Nintendo GameCube, and actually was published by Hudson Soft. Yes, the same exact Hudson Soft that was responsible for Mario Parties 1 all the way through 8. Welcome everyone to Disney's Party, featuring 5 of your favorite characters and then whoever that dude is on the right. I actually have no idea. Does anyone know who that guy is? So after a bit of research, I found out his name is Billy. If you look up Billy, it's the name of the baby in one of the Pixar shorts. I can't find anything about Billy in Disney lore that's this guy. Now, I don't really know what all that's about, but I mean, if the gameplay's good, then Billy can stay. Speaking of gameplay, this one was weird because it was honestly way more complex than it needed to be. I mean, the tutorial was like 10 minutes long and I still didn't even really know what I was doing until the game was nearly halfway over. We're 26 minutes into this game. I'm gonna be fully honest with you, I feel like I'm not even playing the game. We played like one mini game, dude. So the whole premise of this game is that you are traveling around this giant world with everyone else you're competing against and trying to collect these stamps that allow you to fill up a bingo card, with the first person getting a bingo winning the game. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but one of the trade-offs of having a giant board and only having one giant board is that if that giant board is messed up in any way, the entire game is cooked. Mario Party normally avoids this by having a handful of boards to choose from, and it's pretty obvious which one of those two is a better idea. Now, in addition to the single gigantic board that really already took quite a bit away from the gameplay experience, there was a bunch of extra stuff that made it even worse, including but not limited to forcing everyone to vote on which direction the group should go every single turn, gaining specific minigames behind only certain parts of the world map, and honestly just a bunch of overly tedious rules that really didn't add anything to the gameplay experience. What is the positive of this game so far? I feel like this game is a game that maybe if I had it when I was younger, I would have played it, and like, I would have probably tolerated it. I'm not that Disney pilled to where I need Disney and everything, you know? Also, there was like 500 bonus stars for whatever reason.
Crystal King Award, Minigame Champion Award, Perfect Button Press Pro Collector Award, Mystery Wheel Ace Award, Cool Dancer Award, Power Note Hero Award.
Oh my god, how many awards do we need to give out, man? I feel like I'm in like elementary school and they're giving awards to everyone at the awards ceremony. And they reach the end of the list and they just start making up awards for people because they want to give everyone one. And now the person with the most completed awards gets... Wait, then what is the point of any of the other stuff? Anyways, this is all to say that I can comfortably say that this game is definitely not better than Disney... Anyways, this is all to say that this game comfortably does not beat Mario Party, the top 100. Because at least the top 100 had mini games going for it, and this game has whatever that guy is. Disney, you can keep your party. What's going on with Mickey? Do you see that? Look at his head. Is he all right? Like, someone get this guy some Excedrin or something. He's like, guys, no, please turn the lights down. I've got a migraine. Oh! Wait, it's kind of a banger. Now, this game has a bit of an interesting spot in history because it came out in September of 2002, which was before Mario Party 4 released in both Japan and the US. Which means that this game was trying to compete with Mario Party and Hudson Soft when they were very much in their prime. Now, this game was developed by Mass Media, who actually also made the next two games on this list. But if you haven't heard of this game or the next one on the list, you might have heard of some of the other games that they've made, such as Nicktoons Movin' and the Bible game. Oh, look at him walk. Oh, look at him. He's got that strut. Anyways, gameplay-wise, Pac-Man Fever is way more straightforward than Disney's Party, which is admittedly a very low bar. The objective in this game is very simple. Start at the beginning of the board and make it to the end before everyone else. So there's no rolling the dice. It's based on how much you win. I kind of understand what's happening in this game. It's at least more straightforward, which is like you're racing to the end. I don't really know if I understand all of the other things that are happening in between. The store square. It is a little weird that they're calling them the squares, and then on the ground you can see that they're not actually squares, they're actually hexagons. Like, we're not crazy. I feel like I buy a raffle ticket. I'm just gonna use it all on gambling, right? Why wouldn't I do that? That just seems like the right choice, if you ask me. Now, that being said, there are still some absolutely wild design choices that were made in this game. The board events were very confusing, so much so that even after they were completed, I still didn't know what happened. I bought so many banana tickets, surely I win this. Yes, dude! What does that mean? And I mean, they use literal Comic Sans on a big chunk of the menus in the game. Now, the minigames themselves are pretty solid. The issue with that is that there are just not very many of them. In fact, there's so few minigames in this that I probably played everything that the game had to offer multiple times before even finishing one single board. I don't really know what we're doing. I'm Pac-Man and I think I'm about to win. I'm stuck. I need rank first to move. Am I not in first? What is it? It literally says first next to my name. Wait, what does that mean? Oh! Jump scare, sorry, I forgot to tell you about the ghost. Oh, I need to win the game, I guess? Is that what it means? Like, I have to win the minigame. I think that's what it means. Wait, I lost! Overall, this game isn't, like, offensively bad or anything. The problem with this one is that it just really doesn't have a lot of replayability. And for that reason alone, Mario Party, the top 100, moves on.
Piggy, we need this.
We are officially on game 2 of what I am going to be calling the Mass Media Trilogy. This one dropped about a year later in 2003 on the GameCube and was published by TDK Mediactive. I think that's how you say it. Surprisingly, in the extra year that they had in between releases, they actually managed to change a lot and packed quite a bit of personality into this game. The whole premise of this one is that you are on a cruise ship with the Muppets, and instead of moving around on a traditional Mario Party styled board, you are on a grid with a simple goal. Play a little mini game to determine how far you get to move, and then try to find doors scattered around the board. I'm kind of getting vibes of the Mario parties where everyone could move at once. Like, what is that? Star Rush had that? Behind each door is a mini game, and if you win a mini game, you get a party favor. If you get enough party favors, then you're able to win the game outright. And honestly, once I got the hang of it, this game really didn't feel that bad to play. The game has about 30 or so mini-games, and they all felt fairly unique, even if some of them maybe overstayed their welcome just a little bit. But also featured a mechanic that I have never seen before in a party game. You could use your coins, or in this case, cruise credits, to give yourself an advantage on the minigame you were playing. I kind of like that you can spend money to get yourself points in the minigame. I actually think that's a pretty cool mechanic, because it's like an investment. It wouldn't really work in Mario Party where you win coins, so paying coins to get more points wouldn't matter, but like for a different game style, I don't hate it. Now, that being said, the whole thing does feel kind of slow. The movement around the board makes the whole experience feel less like a party game and more like a board game adaptation of a board game, if that makes sense. But that's not to say the game falls short everywhere, because there is one place in particular where it excels, and that is the writing. The Muppets are evil. The characters talk to you, roast you, talk about what you're doing, and at one point, Kermit the Frog got mad at me because I was taking too long to make a move.
Excuse me, could you check and see if the controller is working?
Okay, shut up, bud. I'm trying to look at the map. Can you chill out a little bit? The dialogue was genuinely cracking me and my chat up, and for that reason alone, this game probably gets way more personality than it probably deserves. Is that Comic Sans? It's on the fence, but I actually might pick this one just barely over the top 100 because it features a gimmick that I've never seen before, has multiple boards to choose from, and of course the writing. Even if Kermit the Frog's passive-aggressive comments makes me want to punt him like a football. That means the next game on the list is the bizarre Mario Party Advance, which is the most not a Mario Party game that I know of.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Dude, what? Look, I don't think this game needs any introduction. The third and final game in the mass media trilogy released on my birthday, November 16th, 2002, just a couple of months after Pac-Man Fever. But despite being just a few months apart, these games feel vastly different to play. Which is weird because under the hood, Shrek Super Party is really just a lot of reskin stuff from Pac-Man Fever. These games are just like copy pasted. I played another game that was exactly like this by the same company with the same menu. It even has high scores like this. The point of the game is to collect these things. They're called precious drops, and you typically earn them by like playing mini games and doing well in them, and then you can kind of like trade bugs, or there's like a bug thing. I'm gonna be completely real with you guys. I was reading the script back. I've got it like right here on the screen, and like I did not realize how scuffed this game was. All I remember is seeing Shrek with a giant head and thinking that was funny, going to the evil bog, and like some of the mini games were kind of okay. Dude, I love the punch sound effect. Look, I don't know. It's weird. Shrek Super Party is weird. So, despite the bad reviews and weird graphical choices, this game actually got a chuckle out of me, and I could see myself playing this one with friends. On paper, Mario Party Advance is a better game. In fact, I've played through it, and it's pretty solid. But whenever I'm just looking to kill a few hours with friends, and I'm looking for something to kind of scratch that itch where we can boot up a game and screw around, you can't really do that with Mario Party Advance, and I mean, this game would fill that niche. So for that alone, I am going to have to say, Mario Party Advance, this is the end of the road for you. That brings our next game on the ladder to one of the newer 3DS Mario Parties that was almost forgotten entirely on launch. Mario Party Star Rush. I'm good at this one now. I think I know how to play. This might be the worst game I've played. No, it's not the worst for sure. This game might just be the worst game that I have ever played. Look, I'm not gonna beat around the bush here. This game was a disaster. When the only two notes that we wrote down for this game were there's 5 minigames and Tigger does a cool dance, you know that's not a good sign. Look at, hey, nice pathing, guys. Wait, they're glitched out. The whole objective here is pretty simple. You try to catch these animals before they reach the end of the board, and you play a minigame at the end of each turn to determine how far you get to move. It's a simple concept, and on the surface, it doesn't seem too bad until you realize that every time you go into a loading zone, you do nothing for 30 seconds. No, not the fruit again! And then the collection of mini games included is actually just the same 5 mini games that you play over and over and over again, with the only difference being slight changes to the level to make them seem like they're something else. On top of the game, the mini games themselves just take so long. Like, we're talking in upwards of 2 to 3 minutes per game, just so I can hopefully roll high enough so I can catch the guy sooner, so I don't have to play one of these crazy mini games again and lose my sanity. Oh, and don't get me started on how one of the minigames was literally Bomberman, and this one time I placed a bomb down, and I swear that the hitbox for the bomb went away, but when I walked back into it, the hitbox was still active, so I died, which meant I lost the minigame, so I didn't get to catch the guy, which meant the game lasted even longer, and I was stuck on the board for even more time. It's the box game. I need to win this. I haven't won this one yet. I gotta lock in. Lock in, lock in, lock in. We can't lose this game. No, I'm gonna die! No, dude, not again, man! I'm gonna crash out on this stupid game. This game was so unknown that it literally doesn't even have a Metacritic score because no one even bothered to play it long enough to write a review for it. And honestly, after playing it myself, I can't really blame them. 0 out of 10, no notes, send it to the evil ball. Wait, I think I actually loaded the wrong game. What did I don't even think this is in the list of games that I'm supposed to play. What is this? What did I put on my Wii that's legal? 90 great games. Wait, maybe this is actually what I wanted. Wait, what? You actually only get the 90 games in 3 sets of 30. Wait, my person is not running at all! Oh, oh! Whoa, ho, ho, ho! Oh, he's dead! That was violent! Wait, it puts you all the way back at the beginning. You go all the way back to the beginning, dude. No, okay, you know what? We're not doing this. We're not doing this. Turn it off.
Hit the road with Mary Kate and Ashley and Sweet 16 License to Drive. Earn your license, go cruising, and see how getting your license can rock your world. This is gonna get my VOD muted, I can already tell. We'll have to work around this for the copyright, but that's fine. Oh!
I like burger. I like chicken nugget.
Oh, banger! Okay, now we're talking. This right here is a game. Welcome to the world of Mary Kate and Ashley, Sweet 16. License to Drive. This game was released in 2002 for the Nintendo GameCube and the PlayStation 2 and also had a Game Boy Advance version. The game was developed by InSpace. Yes, that's right, the same exact InSpace that 5 years later would go on to create the beloved Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. No, not that one, this one. This game was wild, and in fact, it was such a fan favorite that I've gone back and played it since the recording of this, just because people liked it that much. But it's not wild for the reasons you probably think. Gameplay-wise, this one's probably one of the most similar to the standard Mario Party formula that you're familiar with. You pick a character, you go around a board with branching paths and pick the direction you want to go, and if someone lands on a minigame space, you play a minigame. In fact, the game even has an item system which allows you to modify things that make you go further or prevent your opponents from doing things. But talking about it like that almost makes it seem like a game that's not filled with a bunch of nonsense. First of all, the menu for the game is very confusing. Whenever you go into board play, there's a section of that menu that's called game length. And if you look at it, there's 4 lines of information. There's full game, there's friends to find, there's laps, and there's rounds. Now, I originally thought that this was very similar to the Mario Party settings window where you can set, the type of mini games and the number of turns. But what I didn't realize is that by selecting one of these 4 options, I'm actually setting the win condition for the game, and that the game will not complete until that win condition is set. Okay, so I'm gonna assume this is like the turn count. I just need to make the settings as short as possible. After the Disney game, dude, I don't trust any of these anymore.
No! 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 No!
I was supposed to, in this game, probably 10 minutes ago. See, the problem is I want to finish the board, but also, it's taking so long. I tried to make it the shortest it could possibly be. We're not even on lap 2 yet, dude. This driving is not going to pass your driving exam, for the record. I mean, look at the swerving here. This is so erratic. What type of game is not present in Sweet 16? Baseball, duh, because that's for boys. And we're all about driving and fashion. Come on. What color is a stop sign?
Green.
Dude, did you know in the settings you could make this 10 laps? In what world would anyone ever play 10 laps of this? No one in their right mind has ever done that in their life. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is this, with 10 being the worst? I'd probably like say a 6 or a 7. Claire, finish the game, please. Or Ashley, I don't really care at this point. Or Mary Kate, whoever you are. Mary Kate, in the game. Okay, what? No, why is the game still going? It's supposed to end. How does it end, man? Dude, I have to kill this game. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. I can't play anymore Mary Kate Ashley. I can't do it. This guy hates girl empowerment. That is not what I said. No, I can't let her get it. I gotta stall it out. Did I stall it out? What? Why did she get the extra point whenever what was happening? This is the worst game I've ever played. I tried to make the shortest possible game of this that I could do, but I didn't know in the settings menu that I was going to sign myself up for a multi-hour experience, and so I was stuck playing this game for over 2 hours on stream because at a certain point, I didn't even want to win anymore. I just wanted anyone to win, but no one did. And the game just kept going, and turn after turn just kept happening. How do I get out of the game? Dude, I'm gonna crash out. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it right now, dude. I don't have the strength. I'm closing it. I closed it. But you know who also didn't have fun with it? Mary Kate and Ashley, who actually sued the publishers of this game for failing to pay them their royalties. In fact, they were so upset about this that their lawyer sent out a letter to the publisher and told them that publisher and this game was driving the Mary Kate and Ashley video gaming franchise into the ground. Now, at this point, we are up to Mario Party Star Rush on the tier list, and I'm gonna be honest, it is not even close. Star Rush isn't a perfect game by any means, but it is far and away the superior game on just about every metric. Sorry, Mary Kate. You can keep your license. Beat the game 4 minutes. Why is it 4 minutes long? Whoa, he's got the rope lights in the background. He's got a nice setup, man. He's on a couch. What's the tech? So he's just playing a mini game. How do you win the game?
Checking our DMs, I picked it.
How does he, what? Let me just see the end.
I think that's it, dude.
He gets a 10. I still don't know how to even finish a game of this.
It finally happened, dude.
You land on the space.
Damn.
Dude, this game sucks. That game sucks. The next game on the list is a pretty interesting one, and for good reason. Welcome to Lego Party. I can create my own mini figure. Wait, is he just a brick? Wait, I kind of like that, actually. The Brickman. He's the Brickman, dude.
Wow, this game got me bricked up.
Very true. This game is not only the newest game on the list, but it's actually newer than Mario Party Jamboree, which is actually the most recent game in the entire Mario Party franchise. This game, developed by SMG Studios, takes the heart of what makes Mario Party and delivers upon it, and then some, all while branding the Lego name. Let's go, Brickman. Focus up, bud. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Wait, nice ricochet. Look at this. Redemption arc. Goaltending. No! No, it's going the wrong way, man! Oh my god. What? And maybe it's recency bias, but this game pretty much knocks it out of the park. Everything has a level of polish to it that rivals the best that Mario Party has to offer, and in many cases, surpasses it. There were animations for pretty much everything on the board. The minigame collection felt unique and intuitive, and for someone who's played thousands of hours of Mario Party, this game was basically pick up and play. There were no tedious rules, there were more than enough minigames to keep each turn fresh, and when you factor in the fact that this game not only came out on the Switch, but also came out on the Xbox and the PlayStation and PC, all with full cross-play support, this game killed it. Like, I don't even know what to say here. This game is an easy S tier. It definitely beats Star Rush, and I'd go as far as to say that this game gives even some of the most beloved Mario Party games a run for their money. But you know what that means. It means that the next game on the ladder is the start of Nintendo's dark era, Mario Party 9. Lego Party was good. Unfortunately, it was too good, which means we now have to play something bad. We can't let Fufu explode. Okay, wait, so wait, what are these? Wait, did I just throw a dog?
Fufu, oh my god, not foo.
They blew up, man. But, hey, good news. We got 5 stars. This was a Wii game released in 2007 based on the popular show at the time with the same exact name. Now, originally, I put this game on the list because I figured, you know, it's like a party game. So it'd be like Mario Party, where you got 4 characters, everyone kind of picks their guy, and then you go onto the board and do something, and then someone wins? I don't know. But what I got was way more than that. First of all, this game has entire animated cutscenes that go into great detail. Like, we're talking way more than anything that I've ever seen in a game before. But then it follows up those crazy cutscenes with some of the driest gameplay that I've ever seen in a party game. Like, the game just feels all RNG. It's like almost 100% RNG. You want to land on the empty spaces, that triggers a minigame. Based on how well you do on the minigame, it sets how much damage the trap you do does. So then I need him to land on either of the spaces where there's a pink 3 because he'll take that much damage. Now, if he lands on a star space, then what will happen is it'll put a trap of his own on the board instead. And that's bad, because if I land on that, then I lose HP, so I don't want to do that. Now, the way that you can enhance this is through Gadget! Which you get when you land on the Gadget space. And the Gadgets let you enhance stuff, so this does 1 damage, this adds 1 to the dice. But that's literally it. Like, that's the entire game. You just roll the dice, go round, around, and around the board, and either you win, or you don't. The minigames themselves also made very little sense, had very awkward and stiff controls. Okay, this should be easy. Surely that we just nailed the landing, right? Wait, did I do it or not? What? Dude, I pushed jump! What? But one of my favorite additions to this game has got to be the web codes. To reward my good performance after a game, if I won a board, I was given a code, which I could then enter into the website totallyspiesacademy.com, where I would get a reward. You win this game. As a reward, here's a web code. Wait, I'm going there right now. Hold up. Does this work? This is probably not great. We got a bit of a warning trying to go there. Wayback Machine. Okay, let me check the Wayback Machine. Can we go there? I just want to see what the website looked like. Wow. You needed Flash 8 in order to use this website. Oh, it downloaded something. That was probably a virus. I'm gonna not open that file. It's literally just a file with a bunch of random numbers and letters. It's 11 kilobytes. I'm just gonna delete that. Because of that reason alone, and definitely no other reason, I'm gonna have to say that this game confidently does not beat Mario Party 9. The next game on the list is one that I am certain you've never heard of. Family Pirate Party. This game, developed by Arc System Works, yes, the same exact Arc System Works responsible for games such as Grand Blue, Guilty Gear, and Dragon Ball FighterZ, was published by Axis, yes, the same exact Axis responsible for publishing games such as BlazBlue, Under Night in Birth, and Fitness Boxing featuring Hatsune Miku, was released on the Nintendo Wii as WiiWare in 2009. This game was a part of something that I didn't even realize existed until I started writing the script for this video called the Family Series, and it was their take on a Mario Party killer. But the reality is, this game is pretty much anything but. I guess this game doesn't have any mini games. It's kind of like Monopoly then, I guess, right? Is this entire game, you get the open spaces and then you guys just go in circles? And then occasionally you get an item card or like an event happens and then the game ends? Is that it? That's pretty much it. There was a handful of minigames, but they were all very dry and honestly didn't really contribute much to the overall experience, so they were kind of irrelevant. Billy runs these streets, okay? Look, they keep all giving me money. This guy's 7,000 in debt and he's about to give me more. What does that guy even do to win? Like, how do you get out of that? Imagine in Mario Party you can go like 900 coins in debt. The game features a few boards and offered a few more through paid DLC, which Honestly, I would be really interested to see how many people bothered to spend money on this game ever, but regardless of which board you were playing on, the gameplay was always the same, and because of it, got pretty stale very fast. Anyways, look guys, this is a pretty clear-cut case. I don't really think I need to go into details here. This game gets mogged by Mario Party 9, and it's not even close. You need me to decide who the bigger baddie is between mommy and daddy in this game? Probably mommy.
Ready? Come on, come on, come on, don't stop. Oh yeah, I got it.
Oh yeah, nailed it then.
Next up, we have another underground game, and... Wait a minute. What do you mean this game outsold both Mario Party 8 and 9 on the Wii? Look, I'm gonna keep this one simple. This game came out in 2011 and was developed by IndieCube. Yes, that's right, the same exact IndieCube that was later bought by Nintendo is now called Nintendo Cube and is actually the creator of the game that we're comparing this one against, Mario Party 9. There are some actual good minigames in here though, as you're gonna find out. Honestly, Wii Party, underrated game. A lot of people called it like a rip-off of Mario Party, but it's got some good stuff. The game is incredibly creative with its mini-games, the control scheme feels fantastic to use, there's more than enough game modes, with none of them overstaying their welcome, and there's pretty much something to do for any group size and any occasion. I would go as far as to say that this game not only beats Mario Party 9, but it beats the majority of the Mario Party franchise as a whole. So you know what, do me a favor, if you have never played Wii Party before, pause the video, hit the space bar, or close it, whatever, and go play it, and then come back. But you know what that means? That also means that with this, we now move up the ladder to our second to last entry. The final 3DS Mario Party Island Tour. Okay, enough glazing. Let's get back to the real reason we're all here. Slop content. And we might just have it in the form of Pac-Man Party, a game that was released on the Wii on November 16th, 2010, my birthday. Weirdly enough, this game also had a release on the 3DS and the Windows Phone. This game was interesting because I went into it not expecting much after the previous Pac-Man game, and I was left pleasantly surprised. The game features all of the characters that you would expect in a Pac-Man game. You've got Pac-Man, you got the 4 ghosts, and you got... Wait a minute. Who put this Animal Crossing character into this game? Why does every game, like, add in new characters? So I'm kind of getting early vibes to Monopoly from this. They're putting, like, houses down on the board, you know, like Park Place and whatever. In this game, you play mini games to either attack an opponent's castle, which are these things you get when you land on certain spaces, or defend your own. Or in some cases, you might not even be involved at all. But it creates a very unique dynamic where some minigames are going to be more important to specific players than they might be to someone else. Wait, is she in the negatives? Dude, Pinky's getting her stuff repossessed by the IRS. Do you see that? She lost her house. One of the cool things about this game, though, is that instead of rolling a boring dice every turn or hitting a block like you would in Mario Party, there's actually a handful of minigames that you play instead, and depending on what your result is in the little solo minigame, that determines how many spaces you move. Additionally, for every consecutive lap around the board, you'll gain more cookies. Very similar to Crossing Go in Monopoly, with the added bonus of getting more cookies the more castles that you control. So I need to defeat Roger in this minigame to defend my castle, because he's attacking. I'm using the cookie, dude. It's over for these guys. Watch this. Wait, I'm protected. You're done for, bud. I'm gonna make sure I win this one. I'm using all my cookies. The perfect run! All in all, I actually really like this game. I found their approach to the Mario Party formula to be pretty unique and easy to understand. The game has a lot of polish and charm in the characters and the art style, and honestly, the minigames themselves were pretty decent as well. Oh, big ball! This minigame is like bumper balls if it was good. Bumper balls if they weren't cowards at Nintendo. But unfortunately, it doesn't have a legendary game in it called The Choicest Voice. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. And for that reason, I'm going to have to give the win here to Pac-Man Party's current competitor, Mario Party Island Tour. But trust me, if it were like any other game lower on the list, Pac-Man Party clears. You know what definitely doesn't clear though? Tamagotchi Party On. Hand. Look, I'm gonna keep this one simple. I don't know if I was just like playing the game wrong or what, but this might just be the worst game that I have played in this entire thing. And given all of the stuff that you've seen me play so far, that is a crazy claim to make. I think the game is just not fun. Like with Pac-Man Party, I was at least playing the game. I don't even feel like I'm playing the game. I've played 0 mini games. All I do is roll the dice. And then I get a 1 every turn for whatever reason. And that sucks. What do you want? Want to buy something from Ojichi's cart? I have no money. Why are you even letting me go to the shop? I don't have anything. The goal of this game is winning an election, or at least I think. And the premise is supposed to be that you like go around this town and talk to people there and like try to convince them to vote for you or something. Nice to meet you, ma'am. Have a great day. Hello, nice to meet you. Hello. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming out. I'm looking forward to getting your vote. Hello. I'm pretty sure I already shook your hand, but hello. Okay. Guys, I think I've already met you guys. We don't need to do this again. But it gets complicated because for some reason in the settings, you can actually increase the number of elections that occur before the game ends all the way up to 50, which in the game's own words would take 25 hours. What? We're not doing a 25-hour board game of this. Why not? Because this like penisy music is too much and I've only been listening to it for 15 minutes. And now I have to listen to it for 25 hours? I'm not doing that. I am convinced that no human being has ever completed a 50 election, 25-hour playthrough of this game. And if you have, please DM me. I just want to make sure you're doing okay. Now, it could just be that I don't understand the source material of Tamagotchi well enough to really understand what I'm supposed to do here. But I would rather do my taxes than play this game again.
The Rabbids are back, and they know how to party. Over 50 hilarious games that you can play with your friends, including the first ever video game you can play with your boss.
Look, I'm gonna keep this one short and sweet. This game is not a Mario Party competitor. It's a great game with a collection of fun mini games that are very well polished and have a lot of depth to them, but that's pretty much it. There's no board play, there's no anything like that, and for that reason alone, it just can't be a Mario Party competitor. And here's a clip of me playing the rhythm game in it. This is a crazy mini game, by the way. I just want to throw it out there. No, surely this won't get me DMCA'd, right? What is this? This is like the Kids Bop mix or what? Holy crap. This might be peak. Look, would it really be a Mario Party spin-off video if this game wasn't here? Now, let's be real. This game is not one of the games on this list that you probably haven't heard of. In fact, this is probably one of the most well-documented spin-off Mario Party games that exists today. And for that reason alone, I'm not gonna say anything that hasn't already been said. So instead, let me share with you my first experience with the game. I actually played this game off-stream for the first time at Awesome Games Done Quick 2026 in my hotel room. I was playing with a few friends, and we booted up a board, got about halfway through, I landed on an event space, and then the entire game crashed. It didn't end up saving properly, so the entire board was wiped, and it was as if it had never happened, and instead was just some sort of weird fever dream. Walk across the slippery ice to get a force jewel. If Eggman sees you, you're out. Wait, it's like Mr. Beast's Squid Game. I can play this. What? This minigame sucks, actually. I take it back. I don't know what genre this music is. Unfortunately, though, it does not beat Mario Party Island Tour, so we move on. I don't know if we can play this game. I don't know if we can play it because, well, you'll see the problem in a minute. As I quickly learned, it's pretty hard to play a game entirely in Japanese when you don't speak Japanese. Dude, I love when Google Translate mistranslates. It's supposed to say 64 squares, but it mistranslated the top two and it says 64 trout.
Verstecken nützt euch nichts, ich kriege euch. Sag Tschüss. Oh, ich hab dich.
So remember how I told you to play Wii Party a few minutes ago? Well, coming up next is its often forgotten about sequel on the Wii U, which came out 3 years later, named appropriately Wii Party U. This game was also developed by IndieCube and published by Nintendo, because it's literally a Nintendo IP that exists to, I don't know, like, kind of compete with itself in a way. The cool thing about Wii Party U, though, is that it not only redefines the party genre, but also itself. Because it takes all of the good things from both, scrambles them up, and delivers in a completely new and unique way. Don't get bald, don't get bald, don't get bald, don't get bald. Ah! New chatter here, why does this me have a small face? Mods, send that guy to the evil bog. The standout game for me in this one is Highway Rollers. It's a very simple game where all you have to do is try to make it to the end of this winding highway faster than everyone else, but with the distinct mechanic of rolling a whole bunch of dice all at once. The whole point of this game is bigger number, better person, and you play mini games, and if you win the mini games, you get even more dice, and you're trying to reach the end. These guys are about to get taken out. Araceli, get over here! Oh! No! I got man. I got got. So in the top left, it'll show you how many space you have to go. And you roll a lot of dice. Do you see how many dice they're rolling? Look at this. Like, that is a juicer roll. You see that? 42. Good luck doing that in Mario Party. Dude, what is that tiny roll? You see the ones and the threes? Wait, I got third? Oh, I got smoked. I might be washed. Am I washed? Oh my god, look at how much dice she gets to. 36 juicer. Holy crap. And the plus 20. What? 1, 2, 4, 5. 12. I got a 12? That's it? Minus 10. I got a 2? Wait, what am I doing? Take a seat. Oh, it's like musical chairs. Okay, got it. Dude. What was that, man? Wait, I clutch here. Okay, hear me out. In a way, this is actually good. Because I'm going to get myself a 2 dice block, and then I'm going to land on a special space, which will give me like a plus 50 accelerator. It's going to be like a Giga Juicer accelerator straight to the finish line. What was that? That was Wii Party U. If you want my opinion on Wii Party U, this game is actually good. I would go as far as to say, and I don't know for sure, it's like top 10 Wii U games. I would say top 5, but I am not that familiar with the Wii U library. I think there's some good ones on the Wii U. If you've only played Wii Party and never given its sequel a chance, do me a favor and turn off the video again. You know, hit the space bar, pause the video, and go play it. This means with only a handful of games to go, we are officially moving on to the final game in the Bad Mario Party ladder, Mario Party 10. And at this point, I think we need to change up our goal for this video, because whether or not you love it or hate it, Mario Party 10 is a game that people feel very strongly about. Originally, it was at the top of this bad game ladder for this video, but at this point, it's more than that. If any of these last remaining games can pass it up, then I think it's safe to say that maybe Mario Party shouldn't have the chokehold that it does have on the party game genre.
Kids, see my keys? No, Mom. See my cell phone? Yeah, Dad.
Let the adults hunt for all the boring stuff. You've got better things to hunt for. It's Rugrats Scavenger Hunt on Nintendo 64, where you hunt for missing pieces in Angelica's temple, dive for pirate treasures, or load up on sweets with Reptar.
Who gets all kinds of candy? Found my keys. Lost your father.
This game, for me, was a game that I rented from a movie gallery in the early 2000s, and we played it one time. and I don't remember anything about it, but I remember I got this vocal stim from it, and I think it was Chucky who would get Reptar bars, and he would say, I have to get more Reptar bars, or he would say some crap like that, okay? That's the only thing I remember about this game. This game, which released in June of 1999, contained up to 3 boards that you could play, which, despite being the oldest on the list, is already better than some of the games we've seen so far. The board I played on was called Angelica's Temple of Doom, and it was the only board out of the 3 that was made to be played cooperatively. The objective of the game was to collect a specific number of a certain something, which in my case were these statue pieces. And by working with my CPU teammates, if we got all of the pieces to the statue before Angelica, our enemy, did, we would win. As far as the core gameplay loop is concerned, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Whenever it's your turn, you spin a wheel to determine how far you get, you move the number of spaces allowed, and then, depending on what kind of space you land on, something happens. For example, by landing on a space with a magnifying glass, then you have the option to search a random object somewhere in the room that you're in, and that object could contain things like statue pieces that will help you win the game, or other things like power-ups, which will make you better for the remainder of the game. Is this the worst Mario Party game I've played? I don't think so. I think it's actually probably above average. It might beat most of the games, I'm gonna be real with you. It stays faithful to the show in terms of aesthetic, uses even the original voice actors, and the gameplay was pretty fun. That being said, the lack of minigames is a pretty big hit against it, and as the board I played got more and more drawn out as my computer teammates refused to search literally anything else, my opinion on it started to change.
Friend or enemy. I finally got my statue back from those dumb babies.
Why would you walk to her and give her the piece back? Is that guy inting?
Friend or enemy.
Stop going to her! Oh my god, this person is inting! Yo, hey, can we get her off the team? You're making it impossible for us to win if you just keep running into her. What do you think's gonna happen, man? This is unbelievable. I've got a stupid baby teammate. Dude, can we get her away from Angelica? Oh my god. Stop going to Angelica! Oh, so when you run out of energy, you get taken to baby jail. That's like the evil bog of this game. You don't want to go to the evil bog.
This goes back because I already got.
Dude, you were the one who found that. Why would you waste... What are you doing? Oh my god, get her off my team. No way she double searches that when she was the one who did it in the first place. No, don't put it back. Keep it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Stop it. Stop it. Guys, don't do it again. We know it's there. Guys, we don't need to do that again. No. You've got another shot. You know what to do. Why do they love that pole so much? Don't do it again.
I don't need one of these.
You're right, you don't need one of those.
I don't need one of these.
Oh my god.
This goes back because I already got.
What are we doing? I've got an inting Lil teammate who's going to Angelica at any shot she can, and then everyone else, including Lil, just keeps searching the same thing over and over again.
I can sneak you to Telepathy.
No, stop.
Try and get your statue back.
Oh! There's no way Lil is on our team. That's gotta be a double agent. Or like a sleeper cell that was activated or something, dude, because that's just crazy. Therefore, this one, while fun and fairly impressive in its own right, doesn't quite hold up a candle to Mario Party 10. As we come to a close on the list, one of the last games I played is called Oops Prank Party, which is weird because I quickly found out that the biggest prank that this game pulled on me was getting me to play it in the first place. Now, this game is weird because not only was it a Wii game that released in 2010 along with all of the other ones on this list, it was developed and published by Hudson Soft. Yeah, the same exact Hudson Soft that was responsible for the first 7 Mario Party games before IndieCube took over. Now, because of that, you would think that surely Hudson Soft knows how to make a party game. I mean, they were the gold standard for years. But Oops Prank Party is a strong contender against that claim. It seems so, like, lifeless. I don't know how to describe it. Like, there's no personality in it at all. I'm getting very weird vibes from this, man. I don't know. I don't want to say I'm getting no vibes. I'm getting vibes. But the vibes are weird. Like, it's generic, no IP. I mean, look, we're literally in a tiled room on solid color squares. Corn eating? What? Dude, these minigames are crazy. I'm eating so much corn. These guys don't even like corn, man. And I'm not sure if it was a licensing issue or what, but it's obvious here that they didn't have access to Mii's for one reason or another. So instead of just making a separate character or doing literally anything else, they instead tried to make their own, but they instead just come off as weirdly uncanny. It's just like the Mii Maker, but like different? I don't know, man. Doesn't matter. Get me out of here. What about the clothes? What's the drip looking like? He looks like he's about to go... I don't know what it looks like he's about to do. It looks like he's about to go on a cruise with a bunch of people that are 60 plus. In this game, you play as your character, but as the game progresses, you try to collect gold. And having the most gold is how you win whenever someone reaches the end of this weird, ethereal game board. But by winning minigames, that's right, you force your opponents to wear costumes. What? Wait, that's epic. The loser gets that? I want that. Additionally, some minigames change how your character looks for the entire rest of the game. I'm dead. Huge moves by Wendy. Wendy won the other one too. Is Wendy gonna go 2 for 2? I see the angle. I don't like this game, I've decided. Dude, what? That's insane. That's actually insane. I don't understand. How is that allowed? Maybe that is the prank. That probably gets like an F. How does that get past the dev team? That's... To close out this journey, we end on an absolute banger. The Croods Prehistoric Party. Now, I didn't know this when I played through it, but apparently the Croods was a fairly popular franchise in the early 2010s, so it comes at no surprise that they would want to capitalize on that and cash in on the party game slobfest that was occurring in the early 2000s and 2010s with this game. It works similar to a lot of the other simplistic party games on this list, where all you have to do is make it to the end in order to win. As you navigate through the board and play minigames, you collect these things that are called shells, and if you're thinking that they seem eerily similar to coins in Mario Party, then you would be correct. But here's the kicker. They do literally nothing. Technically, they exist to allow you to buy items from shops, but because you have to land specifically on a shop space, and there are so few shops across all of the boards in the game, that it is not uncommon for all 4 players to play an entire board, multiple even, with not a single person landing on a shop space. And even if they did, all of the items in the shop are so comically cheap that you will never exist in a state where you don't have enough shells to buy literally whatever you want. Now, I did hear there was a mode that compares your shell amount to your opponent's and uses that to determine a winner instead, but at that point, what do we even need the board for? Just play the minigames. And speaking of the minigames, they are generic, way too long, and the control scheme is so jank on pretty much all of them that there is a 0% chance that you won't get frustrated. What is happening? I don't like this minigame, dude. I don't like it. I don't like it. Get me out of here. It's very clear to me that this game existed entirely to be a cash grab for fans of the franchise at the time and not much else. With that in mind, I think it's safe to say that while there are some very clear winners in this bunch, there is a reason that Mario Party is the go-to staple for many people on game night, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. But before we're done, I wanted to do something fun, so I prepped a bit of an award show. To begin, let's talk about the bottom 3. These are the types of games that I would never recommend any other human being ever play. Trust me, these games might look fun, but they are anything but. Do not interact. Coming in at third for this, we have Disney's Party. This game is overly complicated, feels incredibly stiff to play, and even once you know what you're supposed to do, it's still not any fun. Following that up in the number 2 slot, we have the Croods, Prehistoric Party. This game is a disaster from start to finish. The gameplay is slow and sluggish. The minigames feel incomplete, and half of the mechanics in the game don't even matter. And finally, the very worst game that no one should ever play. We have Winnie the Pooh in Search of the Treasure. Look, guys, I don't even think there's anything that I can say about this that hasn't already been said, so just trust me on this one. Moving on, let's take a look at my personal best 3 games. Coming in at third, I've got to give it to Pac-Man Party. I mean, I honestly expected a disaster here given the game that came before it, but I was pleasantly surprised with this one. The graphics were great, the gameplay felt fairly smooth and innovative, and I honestly enjoyed myself. I would play this one again. In the number 2 spot, I'm going to have to give this one to Wii Party and Wii Party U. Now look, technically, they are different games, okay? I know that. But if I put them both on here, they would fill up the entire top 3, or at least most of it. So for that reason alone, I'm gonna combine them here. And seriously, guys, if you have not played these games, just go and do it now. And finally, to the surprise of absolutely no one, the top spot, the best game on the list goes to Lego Party! I mean, this game is great. There's not too much that I can say about this one that hasn't already been said earlier, but this game gives even the best of the best Mario Party games a run for their money, and it does so all while offering cross-play online, which is something that Nintendo could only dream of. But that's not all. Before we fully wrap up, I'd like to give a few honorable mentions. Now, these are gonna move quick, so bear with me here. The theoretical longest possible game of all time award goes to Tamagotchi Party On. The game with the most lawsuits award goes to Mary-Kate and Ashley Sweet 16 License to Drive. The Evil Bog award goes to none other than Shrek Super Party. The snarkiest writing award goes to Muppets Party Cruise. And finally, the weirdest adaptation of its own franchise goes to Sonic Shuffle. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. I don't think we need to do the thanks for watching.